Man, the gap it's late. We're running on fumes now. Another goes straight, headed to a place we don't know how to reach. The air is thin. The carriage smells of stale beer in a day that's done the run. No eye contact, just headphones and silence that truly stuns. We're strangers in this tin can, rattling under the ground. Every face a masterpiece, so worried that can't be found. They're leaning on the plastic, dreaming of the light they miss. A collective tired head, sails sealed with a silent kiss. The map above the window shows a route I should be on, but the tunnel is the only place where I truly belong.
The final stop is coming, but I don't feel the need to move. Never mind, just another state of love. The last tube is the honest truth of the day's defeat. We all surrender to the rhythm of the cold heart sea. Every flickering fluorescent light shows us so resigned, leaving the better part of you a few stops behind. You're just the thickest of a forgotten charge, lost inside the rush, waiting for the tunnel to finally silence the crush. Go down, deep down.
There's a girl across the aisle, makeup running down her cheek. She's fighting off a burden and she's far too tired to speak. I feel a quiet panic, it's a wavelength I understand. The same low frequency echo in this underground land. We ride the dark together, never knowing the other's name. Just two reflections trapped inside the same metal frame. That no will open the color we'll hit, and then we'll walk alone back to the concrete prison that we used to call our home.
The last tube is the honest truth of the day's defeat. We all surrender to the rhythm of the cold heart sea. Every flickering fluorescent light shows us so resigned, leaving the better part of you a few stops behind. You're just the thickest up, a forgotten charge, lost inside the rush, waiting for the tunnel to finally silence the crush. Go down, deep down. Pay the quiet cost. In the dark, everything you are gets light, plays the light.
Just keep riding, it doesn't matter where you get off. It's all the same, pal.
Coming down proper, man. Just the sound of the wet pavement, man. And the slow heavy weight. Drip, drip, drip. Let the city clock tick inside your own skull for a bit.
It's a little theory, a thought that fades on a whim. They're all rushing for the tube or chasing some cold goal, but the rhythm of the footfall is the only thing that holds my soul. I'm not lost, I'm just looking for the space between the cracks where the answers hide from all their posh lips.
The crows in the window. Is it me? Is it you? We all carry the burden of the things we couldn't do.
Don't look back.
This is the pavement philosophy of the slow decay. Every block a chapter, every alleyway. The low end rumble is the pulse of the town, and every bruised thought finds a place to settle down. I'm just chasing the horizon of the next damn corner. A proper skinned observer, nothing hotter, nothing warmer. Deep exhale.
I saw one old bloke feeding pigeons, a ritual of despair. He was throwing crumbs of memory into the freezing air. And I thought about the difference between living and just existing. A lonely kind of freedom, forever resisting. It's the small print of the sorrow that gets you every time. Not the headline scandal, but the everyday crime. You can't buy this introspection. It's not on the telly, it's just the sound of the wind rattling your belly.
And it's in the window. Is it me? Is it you? We all carry the burden of the things we couldn't do.
Just keep walking.
This is the pavement philosophy of the slow decay. Every block a chapter, every alleyway. The low end rumble is the pulse of the town, and every bruised thought finds a place to settle down. I'm just chasing the horizon of the next damn corner. Proper skin observer, nothing harder, nothing warmer. Deep exhale.
Just a walker in the gloom.
Mind the gap.
The world's a mirror and you're the proof in the room. What's the meaning? What's the point?
Who knows?
It's just a step, the next joint. Yeah, the step, that's all there is. Keep it skanking. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Still open, mate. You can't just walk off. Every silence costs you something, it always does.
Tick, 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 tick.
In a promise, living off borrowed time. Now the bailiffs of the heart are collecting every little crime. You thought just moving flats would cleanse the sticky slate, but the unpaid tendency of the soul is sealed by fate. Every glance I ever gave you, every moment that was wasted is accruing interest. Now a bitter cup I've tasted. This weight isn't currency, it's a scar carved in the trust, and the whole transaction's turning into nothing but find us.
The due date is long past. There's no check that you can pull.
Yeah.
The interest is rising, ghosted by the things you lost the most.
It's the old emotional rent that keeps us under siege. A debt you can't declare, bankrupt
that forgotten street. The memory is the district where the invoices still loom. A permanent eviction notice hanging in the gloom. We just keep rotating the same one keys in the same locked door, knowing we can't settle this, not for any sum or more. The due date is long past, there's no check that you can post. The interest is rising, ghosted by the things you lost the most.
It's the old emotional rent that keeps us under sea. A debt you can't declare, bankrupt on a binding legally. We signed a fellow contract in a language we don't speak, leaving all the genuine feelings starting weak. You can flee the landlord, but you can't escape the toll when the debt is written right up on your very soul.
Deep down, always old.
The balance is never zero.
Never clear.
It's the curse of being here. Just another late payment fueled by quiet fear.
Billowing.
Go on then, shut the door. But you still haven't settled options, you? Have you? Have you?
Hey, that's great, mate. That's the sound of commitment. Just a bit of bright, but it holds the whole weight. Don't drop it, ever drop it. Just one piece of metal, yet it weighs a bloody ton. A single uprise geometry for every battle fought and won. It's the silent D to the mess you've somehow made. The physical proof of the choice you never quite delayed. Got deep inside your pocket, digging at your thigh. Is the monumental tendency beneath the cold gray sky. They tell you ownership is freedom, but this key is just a tether, binding you to four-foot walls through every kind of weather.
You're carrying the burden of every hinge and every pane. Heavy now. The latch clicks shut behind you, nothing left to gain. Sealed off, locked in. Feel the weight of the key, the anchor in your hand. It symbolizes the life you desperately plan. It's the ticket to your lonely chair, the title to the dark, the final truth, the way you have to leave your mark. We spend our lives searching for the place we ought to be, but the heaviest thing we carry is this small piece of security.
Always there's a burden.
I hate the sound it makes when it drops onto the tile. A brief sharp clatter that stops everything for a while. It's the only access point to all the things you left inside. The mirror and the clutter
sealed off, locked in.
The weight of the key, the anchor in your hand, symbolizes the life you desperately plan. It's the ticket to your lonely chair, the title to the dark, the final truth of where you have to leave your mark. We spend our lives searching for the place we ought to be, but the heaviest thing we carry is this small piece of security.
Always they're the burden.
That means you got to stay. You signed up for tomorrow, not just for today. Forever bound.
Go on then, lock it up, but remember, you're not locking the world out, mate, you're locking yourself in.
We're locking the world out.
The drops that sway. Sunday's got its own gravity, pulling every thought down slow. The world outside is muted, there's no place left to go. I'm breathing in the moisture, the scent of the wet down street. Oh, petrol and cold concrete, a strange sort of bittersweet. There's a comfort in the rhythm of the drops against the glass, watching the busy weeks residue finally pass. Pouring out a strong mug, sitting by the fading light. Everything feels honest in this gentle I can't. It's a quiet permission to stop chasing after speed. Finding everything you're missing is everything you need. Let it slow. And I'm drinking up the taste of rain from the silence in the air. It washes all the clutter away, proving I don't care. This is the perfect silence, the damp earth, tinge reprieve. The only honest story that I'm willing to believe. Let the city hum its low note, let the clouds hang deep and dense. There is wisdom in this water, a profound innocence. I pull an old heart back from the shelf where the spine is cracked and weak. That dust and paper perfume is the only word I seek. There's a stain on page 70 where a memory might sit. This room is an archive of all the thoughts I can't quit. We spend our lives in motion pretending we don't feel the lag, but sometimes you need the weather to finally force you back. Back to the quiet chamber where the little things remain. Finding bass on little turtle music, turtle finding. It's a quiet permission to stop chasing after speed. Hold still. Finding everything you're missing is everything you need. Let it slow. I'm drinking up the taste of rain from the silence in the air. It washes all the clutter away, proving I don't care. This is the perfect solace, the damn earth can't reprieve. The only honest story that I'm willing to believe. This is the stillness, find your breath. Let the gray embrace the time. A little bit of heaven, a quiet, simple paradigm. Just let it be. The drops keep falling, and I stay right here.
It's not daylight, man. It's a trick. The city's just hiding the dirt on the quay. Listen close. Every street lamp's a light. Pale orange stain on the sky. Never proper bright, just enough to catch a fool's eye. They battle up the darkness and they shift it to the corners where the broken promises sit with all the mournful warners. This manufactured China covers up the cracks in the wall. A synthetic comfort when you're waiting for the heavy fall. We all bought the notion of the 24-hour dream, but it's just a tire buzzing, desperate, empty scene.
The darkness has got legs, it'll find you where you hide. Don't trust a flicker, just the cold truth deep inside. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, 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 coming. This false light is a ghost, haunting every window pane. We're all chasing after something that's built on pure disdain. Electric fever, a fluorescent buzzing crown, keeping everything awake in this miserable old town. Look closer, it's just shadow played out on a bigger screen. The meanest, most deceitful thing you ever see.
There's a red neon bleed down by the docks where the air is cold. I wear ties in a hope that's tarnished button souls. See the rain on the pavement reflecting back the glare, making every wet patch look like something you might get. They're selling bottled sunshine, but it's only been a cover and gold. And you'll trip on the same old pavements as you try not to fall. It's the late night hum that tells you the truth you try to dog, that this whole bloody city is running purely on love.
The darkness has got legs, it'll find you where you hide. Don't trust the flicker, just the cold truth deep inside. It's coming, it's coming, 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 coming. This false light is a ghost, haunting every window pane. We're all chasing after something that's built on pure disdain. It's a cheap electric fever, a fluorescent buzzing crown, keeping everything awake in this miserable old town. Look closer, it's just shadow played out on a bigger screen. The meanest, most deceitful thing you've ever seen.
Go on, stare right at it. You know it's just a sham. The real shadows live inside you. Now where the bulb is, man.
A trick, a big trick.
You can't pay your way out of the night.
goodbye, mind the gap.
The world spins fast, yeah. But this bit here, this stays put. It's the only thing you can rely on now.
They talk about the big plans, the chaos in the system, but I'm counting on the tiny things, the moments that still glisten. It's the fish sound of the old kettle, the precise measure of the grain, a small self-made compass when everything is pain. The world outside is reckless, it doesn't give a damn, so you build your own geometry, following your personal grammar. Routine is a fence line against the crushing noise, finding silent power in these insignificant joys. You need a solid reference when the ceiling starts to sway.
Hold fast. Don't let the little structure just crumble away. Safe now. Breathe out. These are the anchor, all the ballast in the tide. The proof that there's a structure you can trust inside. A little pocket universe where nothing can be breached. The furthest solace that your tired hand has reached. We cling to the familiar, the motion we can name. Playing out the same tired sequence in the middle of the game. Every night, every dawn.
There's a chair I always sit in the exact time the volume goes low. A specific type of shadow that the bedside lamp throws. I don't need a massive change, no grand philosophy, just a faithful repetition that reminds me I am me. It's not about the pleasure, it's about the sheer control. A private map for navigating the fractures of the soul. You find your stability in the things nobody else sees, hiding from the future in a slow, precise unease.
You need a solid reference when the ceiling starts to sway. Don't let the little structure just crumble away. Safe now. Breathe out. These are all the anchor outs, the ballast in the tide. The proof that there's a structure you can trust inside. A little pocket universe where nothing can be breached. The furthest solace that your tired hand has reached. We cling to the familiar, the motion we can aim. Playing out the same tired sequence in the middle of a day. Every night, every dawn.
The world tries to break you,
Let it try.
but the routine holds the line. This is mine. It'll always be mine.
Locked down.
Yeah, and that lamp stays on until the morning, just in case, you know.
Another clock and another Monday morning feeling. It just circles back me every single time.
Same show, same street again.
The calendar's a loop, takes fooling out the same few hours. We just changed the name on the box, but the feeling's sour. It's Tuesday melts to Wednesday, there's no friction in the fold. Just the same old story, barely worth the telling cold. We live for that distant Friday, a signal we can trust. But the moment it arrives, it crumbles into dust. This is the unbroken cycle, the rhythm we obey, where every future promise looks exactly like today.
You keep checking it out, the sentimental round past swells. But the tide is always low, stuck in the shifting sand.
Is the weeds dumped and dry, the toll we have to pay, road in every single color till the world is only gray. We sign up for the struggle but forgot the final prize, just staring at the ceiling through the HoloBeatz bar. You can't cheat the sunrise or negotiate the night. Every minute is accounted for beneath this hard street light.
No break, carry on. The days blur at the edges, I can't find a single peak. They merge into one dull canvas, running on a silent leak. The moment that you step outside, the motion starts again. The quiet crushing weight of knowing when and knowing then. I try to mark a difference with a different kind of tea, but even tiny gestures fade in uniformity. We're tethered to the minute hand, afraid to cut the wire, dreaming of a turning point that only burns the tire. You keep checking, build a horizon for a ship that's meant to land. Just watch. But the tide is always low, stuck in the shifting sand. Waiting, waiting.
Is the beat down tonight? Do we have to pay a road in every single color till the world is only gray? We signed up for the struggle but forgot the final prize, just staring at the ceiling through the lucrative eyes. You can't cheat the sunrise or negotiate the night. Every minute is accounted for beneath this hard street light.
No break, carry on.
Schedule is the monster,
Can't escape.
you got no voice in this design.
Just another day crossed off the line.
Keep moving.
See you again next Tuesday, mate. Feels like 10 minutes ago, don't it? Yeah. Too much clutter out there, innit? The frequencies are spiking. You need a cutoff point, a safe perimeter.
Seal the exit, stay put.
The pavement's full of static, the city's got the hungry roar. I pressed the mute button the moment I got through the door. It's an operation of survival, drawing all the curtains tight. Trading the frantic public glare for a slow domestic life. I don't need the invitations or the promise of the crowd. Just a space to let the internal engine finally slow down. This small one, concrete platform is the edge of my domain. Place to catch my breath and shield myself from all the rain.
The system tries to draw you out, it wants your constant feed. Resist, but this is where you cultivate the space that you truly need. Locked out, silent night.
But the air is slightly thinner here. A small clear boundary between the panic and the clear. I pull the door shut gently, the latch is just a token sigh. And leave the world out waiting beneath that endless sky.
It's not escape, it's maintenance, a required period of calm. Unplugging from the network that only does you harm. I've got the railing as my barrier, the floor beneath my feet. A quiet revolution built right above the busy street.
The system tries to draw you out, it wants your constant feed. Resist, but this is where you cultivate the space that you truly need. Locked out, silent. Suspended in the height, my personal slice of quiet in the overwhelming night. I'm watching all the hurried shadows move on the street below. A detached observer in this temporary slow. Let the traffic jam the junction, let the headlines start to frame. My perimeter is holding and I'm going to stay. No entry, full stop. Doesn't touch the skin. This is where the real silence can finally begin. My safe zone.
Yeah, just shut it out. They can wait for me until tomorrow, maybe.
No entry, full stop. Here we go again. Same street, different shoes. They tell you grow, they tell you learn, but you still choose the bruise.
faces worn, the lines are all familiar now. I recognize the turning point, the place where we break the vow. I saw the headlights coming, but I stayed right in the road. A willing accomplice to the pattern that we sowed. The same cold argument, the same defeated side. I watch the rerun playing, but I don't know how to try. We build the scaffolding, then we burn the whole damn thing, and wait for the next season for the same old bell to ring.
The system whispered, it's your fault, you know the score.
It is.
You walk the same dead mile as you did before.
The needle lips
before the best bit plays.
The loop of repetition spins us round and round. We trade the consequence for the comfort of the sound. It's a bitter symmetry, a promise we all keep, to follow the failure right back into the deep. You're stuck on the vinyl, forever at the scratch, waiting for the future, but you're only seeing the match again.
Just stack, again. Just stack.
We paint the walls a different shade. We change the local pub, but the chemistry of madness is the same familiar grub. You tell yourself this time the ending will be clean, but the history books are written on the places we have been. It's the muscle memory, the way the body knows the hurt, and pulls you back to comfort, sinking deeper in the dirt. This endless replay, man, it's boring as the rain, but anything is better than the tempest for the same.
Sister whispers, it's your fault, you know the score. It is. You walk the same dead mile as you did before. The needle lifts
before the best bit plays.
The loop of repetition spins us round and round. We trade the consequence for the comfort of the sound. It's a bitter symmetry, a promise we all keep, to follow the failure right back into the deep. You're stuck on the vinyl, forever at the scratch, waiting for the future, but you're only seeing the match again.
Just step again.
You could step off, you could just stop,
But you won't.
the comfort of the prison is the lie.
Don't you recognize the exit?
It's the rhythm in it, you can't fight the groove.
Just wait for the next track to start.
Just stop. Again.
On the pavement, chasing the next high street deal, but their speed is just a blur behind the glass. Nothing feels real. I watch the rain hit the pane, the streaks defining the view. It's easier to judge the city when the city can't judge you. I'm a ghost in the cafe, behind the steam and the glaze. The outside is a film reel, stuck in cinematic haze.
The reflection shows my face, over there's I'm an overlay. Trapped in the lonely loop, but watching life drift away. The street lights bleed their color into the space between us. The line is drawn where the paranoia meets the sensors. They move so fast.
That skin scroll window to the wall here on the wrong side. Now a silent witness waiting for the curtain to allow us a space between the living and the life you wish to claim. Staring at the rain like it's trying to spell my name. The heavy mirror shows the truth I can't deny. My own reflection is the only thing standing by.
So close, so far.
I saw a smile pass by, a moment of fleeting grace, but the glass warped the feeling, leaving static on the face. I could step out, let the wet wind hit my skin, but the comfort of the distance is the cage I'm living in. They're all chasing contact, touching hands and making noise, while I collect the silence, cherishing its broken joys. The steam from my coffee covers up the busy street, a temporary screen that makes the lonely feeling sweet.
The street lights bleed their color into the space between us. The line is drawn where the paranoia meets the sensors. They move so fast.
This is the window to the world and I'm on the wrong side now. A silent witness waiting for the curtain to allow us a space between the living and the life you wish to claim. Staring at the rain like it's trying to spell my name. The heavy mirror shows the truth I can't deny. My own reflection is the only thing standing by.
So close, so far.
stacked up on the shelf. It's not the words, it's the silence I protect myself from.
The papers in the ink is starting to bleed. A planted like a long forgotten seed. It's just a couple of clicks, a password I still know, but the fear of that connection is the reason I don't go. I'm skin of courage, made to face what's written there. A time capsule of feeling, hanging in the air. The dates are all like headstones, marking where we died. And the potential energy is where the venom hides.
Let's the same build up outfits, I shake it for some thumb. Knowing wound up the drums down, well let that be from something I can handle. The lost correspondence weighs 100 tons. A static warning for every heart that runs. It's not about the reply, it's the right to stay numb, to keep the history muted until oblivion comes. I keep the truth locked down for safety, so it seems a fragile, heavy future built on our forgotten dreams. Don't open
I scroll past the subject line, the name I can't quite say. It's like looking in the rearview mirror at the road I drove away. They say closure's a necessity, a cleanup for the mind, but the ghost in this attachment is the only peace I'll find. It's just easier to leave the silence in its place, to keep the old reflection of my solitary face. I check the postbox every day just to know it's not there. A permanent division, a self-imposed repair.
I trace the sender's address with a shaky frozen thumb, knowing once I break the seal, the quiet tone will become something I can handle. Hold it. The lost correspondence weighs 100 tons. A static warning for every heart that runs. It's not about the reply, it's the right to stay numb, to keep the history muted until oblivion comes. I keep the truth locked down for safety, so it seems a fragile, heavy future built on our forgotten dreams. Don't open up. The timestamp is ticking, it's going to explode. Just delete the folder, lighten the load. Are you still scared? I just need the dust to settle for good. Maybe tomorrow.
Another junction of 100 souls. They had passed by, I couldn't tell you one from the next.
Just say
My memory's a faulty archive file under temporary view. I recognize the feeling, but I couldn't pick out you. It's the curse of the commute, the thoughts, that endless grey parade. Every expression lost before a single mark is made. We're all just occupying volume, a series of brief contact, checking our phones, avoiding all those inconvenient facts. I think I saw you yesterday, or was it last week's train? The details wash away just like names written on the rain.
they told us we went till elected, but this ain't us to eat till last. No train. Every human interaction dissolving too fast. A static background on that keeps the whole thing sane. You're a fleeting gesture, a nameless momentary plea. texture of a cheekbone high. A specific kind of sadness that was reflected in an eye. But the processing unit failed, the data was corrupt and slow. Just 1,000 hurried shadows rushing to and fro. It's safer in the distance, detached from all their stress. Ignoring the silent burdens, they carry nothing more, nothing less. We live on separate frequencies, breathing the same air. Bound by geography, but disconnected by the glare. They told us we were connected, but the signal's too weak to last. Every human interaction dissolving too fast. It's just a million yet perfect, passing through the pain. A static background hum that keeps the whole thing sane. You're a fleeting gesture, a nameless momentary plea, lost in the collective shadow that falls over me. We're all exchanging nothing, a hollow empty trade. Just the anonymity we never really made. No recall, don't love.
Did we even speak? Or was it just an echo in the throne?
The memory's faulty. Where did it all go wrong? All the same.
Go and tell me your name again, I won't remember it by morning, mate.